It's gonna be the Cold War. I think he's a godfather. He's a genius of what he's doing.
10を言わなくても1で20ぐらい分かるみたいな。ちょっと意思に。
Often smoke with him. I never do.
早速お話を伺っていきたいと思います。進行を務めますマックスウェル・パワーズと申します。
最初はですね、007のカジノロワイヤルを見て松さん知ってでデンマークの俳優さんと知ってでそれからですねレフン監督の映画があってバルハラライジングっていう映画があったんですけど輸入版のブルーレイを輸入して松さんだということでそこから過去作を遡りつつ、同時にレフン監督の映画も見て一緒に仕事したいなと、その頃から思っててでレフン監督のファンでもあったんでレフン監督に最初ロンドンでお会いしてでそこで松さんのアドレスを教えてくれとで教えていただきました教えていただいたんですけどそのアドレスをなくしてしまったとそれがもう15、6年前のことですね。
小島監督の最初の印象はいかがだったんでしょうか。
I don't know anything about games. I think I know a little about Pac-Man. So I met him, and immediately I was a very, very big fan of Hideo. He showed me some of the stuff he was doing, some of the stuff he was working on this project, and I could just tell that this was something that I didn't expect in the gaming world. It was much more something I was used to. It was much more visual. It was much more story-driven, and I knew that he wanted to make a game that was all about connecting people between each other, and I thought it sounded absolutely out of this world. And now we're good friends, and I think he's a godfather. He's a genius of what he's doing.
ゴッドファーザーいかがですか。
ありがたいです。
But we talk a lot about this project. For some reason, we talk a lot about Nicholas. The fact that he is always jealous. He wants to be top billing. He wants a bigger statue. And we both find that very interesting to talk about. But obviously, the project has been absorbing every energy that Hideo had, and with that little time frame that we've had to work together, we have been very focused on this work. I met with Norman a couple of days as well, and it's been all about the work, trying to get it right.
普段仕事の話とか、映画の話とかよくするんですけど、ニコラスも僕と一緒でオタクなんで、アートとかものすごいことを知っててでマッツさんもすごいインテリな方で僕もちょっとそのアートとか哲学とか、文学とか、サイエンスのことは自信があるんですよね。マッツさんと話してると結構同じというかすごい深く理解されててかなりびっくりすることが多いです。こんなこと普通知らないだろうと帰ってくるんで、昆虫のこととか。
Yes, well, I guess I've always been very interested in science and history, more so than I have actually in art. And my biggest interest is probably sports. So we have to talk about sports next time. But the challenge is always that we tend to we want to understand everything from A to Z. For us to make a character work, we want to see what the arches are and where does it go. But it was obviously a little more tricky to explain that it is in a normal story. So we kind of ended up focusing on each and individual scenes, and they were easy to approach. The challenge was, as I mentioned before, having interaction with other characters, wearing these camera helmets, and maybe you have a hug, and the cameras gets tangled in, and nobody's nervous except the actors. We wanted to feel right and be right. Everybody else is like, no, that's not a problem. We can fix that later. And in our world, that is new. It has to be real on screen. But I think we learned it on the very last day. But until then, we always insisted on, let's try it again. Let's try it again.
僕は演出、設計図みたいなのがビジュアルがあってでマッツさんに演技してもらうんですけども、マッツさんのいいとこはやっぱり自分ならこうするとかこうしたいとかこう、提案をされるのでそれが僕一人でやってるもんじゃないのでマッツさんの意見を取り入れて 作ったのがデス・ストランディングなんです。だから、俳優として演じてもらってますけど、それ以上にデストの制作に関わってもらっているというか、そこがすごいとこですね。
Yeah, he's the first person who's had me sing in anything officially. Let's see if there's more of that coming. It was a surprise to me as well, but I think it turned out as fine as it can with me as the singer.
もともとはもう松さんをベースにやっぱりクリフというキャラクターを
そうですね、クリ
考えていらっしゃる。
フを考えた時に、松さんにオファーしようとしてて、で松さんならではの役柄というか、松さんの、松さんのファンが世界中にいるので、松さんの魅力を引き出した上でさらにクリフならではのっていうのを考えてましたから。
タバコのところとかそうやってキャラクターが影響された部分は他に
クリフは
何かあります？
もともと他に言うとネタバレになるのでタバコ吸うキャラじゃなかったんですけど、現場でタバコ吸うてる松さんがかっこいいんで、これはちょっと入れた方がいい。そういうことは映画でもよくあると思うんですけどね。
But the character is very different when he smokes than me. He often smokes with his left hand. I never do that.
他に何か特徴的なところってありましたか？
申し訳ないですけど、ゲームって膨大なシナリオがあって、でゲームをやりながらカットシーンに行って初めて分かることがあるんですけども、現場ではちょっと断片的なものしか提供できないんですよ。で、全体を分からずにも演じないといけないんですけども、そういう中で、すごい勘がいい人なんで、10を言わなくても1で20ぐらい分かるみたいな、ちょっと以心伝心みたいな、なんでこの人分かるんかなっていう、でそういう驚きは何回もありました。
It was interesting. There was a simplicity to his direction, which was like, "This is what I would love to, and let's see if you have an idea in this area." But it was at the same time very specific. I mean, we have to come in a certain place and land in a certain spot. It's all about cameras around on the wall or on the helmet. But I mean, the positivity of after I've done a scene, the positive feedback was just so enormous that you immediately wanted to do it again because it felt good. And if you were in doubt of anything, he would always take me over to his gigantic storyboard, and he will point exactly at one frame, and you could see the entire mood of the scene right there as an immaculate painting. What is the mood of this scene? And for actors, we are very inspired when we see something that is visual as opposed to just have words. So there was a simplicity to it, but very poetic.
俳優さんはやっぱり知りたいんですよね。デス・ストランディングっていう世界でどういう世界でどういうキャラクターがいてどうなるのかを全部知りたい人いるんですよ。で知りたい人には説明をします。自分の役以外も。でマッツさんはそうじゃなくて、俺が知るべきことだけ言ってくれと。で他は邪魔になる、演技の邪魔になるんで、そういうことを言う人もなかなかいなかったんで、すごいびっくりしました。もうさすがマッツみたいな。
That is also very rare for me, because normally I would, in a classical film, I wouldn't like to know the entire universe. But I think I had a very strong feeling of what the entire universe was, because he has been making so many images of it.
これはクリフも謎の男なんですけど、この物語の根幹というかすごく深く関わるキャラクターです。で、これ以上はあまり言えないですが、ぜひ遊んでいただいて、マッツファンもマッツファンじゃない人もマッツのファンになると思いますし、とにかくドラマのピークをさらっていく人というか、そういうキャラクターですね。もうこれ以上言えないです。
That sounds like a spoiler by itself, but what else can you tell us that's not a spoiler about Cliff?
Very little. I would say he's a complex person in the sense that he is you and me. He has both sides of the coin. You know, when you're doing something you believe is good, it's not always necessarily a good thing. And when you're doing something that the world considers bad, it's not always the case that it is. And I think that he represents those two sides of the coin without giving too much away.
皆さん忙しい方で住んでる国も違うので、スケジューリングが非常に難しかった。集まると一緒の家族みたいな、レアさんとかノーマンも一緒に 前からの友達かなみたいな感じで仲良く楽しくシューティングができました。
It's very difficult, obviously, with the schedule, but there was nothing better than you sitting there dressed up in a green suit with a camera, having a cigarette, and then looking over there. Norman was looking the same way. You felt as if you were not the weirdest man in the room. So that was.
ノーマンはブルースーツなんですけど。
But what is it like now when you're seeing the final thing and it's coming together? How does it make you feel?
We just spent 2 hours playing it now, and within those 2 hours, you are just learning and learning and learning, and that's the whole idea about the game. So if we had to spend that many hours just talking about that, it wouldn't have been super interesting for us what we produced. But playing it, I realized that you need a layer to understand the next layer to understand, and you need to cooperate with other people somehow to be linked to other worlds, and that I knew about, but learning it is a different thing. It's nothing I've ever seen before. I've never seen anything like this, and I was very, very taken with it. I'm super proud of what Hideo has done with this game and all his fantastic co-workers. It's amazing to watch, and you get absorbed into it. It's also amazing to watch that we've been shooting it everywhere in the world. You see Manchester, Los Angeles, Tokyo, everywhere. Little bits and pieces, but it's all come together to this. And that is obviously thanks to the hard work of Hideo and his team, that you come into the room and the entire storyboard is there. He's there. If there's anything you're in doubt of, we will go and look at it, and we will get the sense and the atmosphere of what we're doing right there. And somehow that managed to come together. A little like the game itself, you know, it's about everywhere in the world connecting to each other.
まあ、映画ファンの方がやっぱり今のゲームを最近やってなくて、ファミコンの頃やってた方がいて、コントローラー握ったことがない人が遊びたいけど遊べないっていう声があったので、だいたいゲームってそのハードモード、ノーマル、イージーってあるんですね。これゲーマーに向けた難易度なんですけども、そのぐーっと下にベリーイージーモードって作りましたんで、これは映画沼モードというか、ゲームを普段やってない人も頑張れば解ける、頑張ればマッツさんに会えるというか、そういうモードを作りましたんで、ぜひですね、しばらくゲーム20年ぐらいやってない人もいると思うんですけど、遊んでいただいてマッツさんの魅力に浸ってもらって、さらにゲームってこんなに面白いのっていうのを感じていただければね。
Yeah, well, definitely I'm going to hit that easy level button right away, and then I can upgrade down the alley. I can get my son to do the harder levels.
Mr. Kojima is of yours, and he's trying to get you more fans around the world through this new medium. How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel fantastic. I mean, I've gained a new friend the last couple of years here, and through a mutual friend, this is one of the best things that can happen here in life. Speaking of the game, connections, and we knew each other through a third individual. I'm an enormous fan of Hideo, and I can't wait to see this, play this game. I can't wait to see what he's doing in the future. I think, as I said in the beginning, he's a visionary person. He's expanding this world into something that we couldn't have predicted, and I'm super proud of being a small part of it. Hi everyone out there, I'm Matt. I just played the game for 2 hours. If I can do it, anyone can do it. It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen. It is so beautifully done, and it takes you places that a game has never taken you. So I can't wait to hit on the bicycle and go home and start playing more of it. You should do the same.
はい、独立して最初のタイトルになります「デス・ストランディング」世界をつないでいくっていう全く新しいゲームになってます。で、つないでいくんですけども、なんと世界のプレイヤーともつながる、そして、ゲーマーと映画のファンもつながる、マッツのファンもノーマンのファンもレアさんのファンもみんなつながる、そういうゲームなんで、ぜひ遊んでいただいてつながりましょう。ありがとうございます。
マッツさん、小島監督、いい話がたくさん聞けました。Thank you both so much. ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
ありがとう。
サム、 北米大陸をもう一度つなぎ直してくれ。
アメリカを再建しても奴らはいなくならない。絶滅は避けられない。
いいえ、まだ希望はある。
プレイステーション